Um, all right, so we're live. Uh,
Awesome.
so I probably should explain this to you beforehand, but I'll be keeping track of live totals. I've got the live totals on my screen, um, and I'll just be handling that. And I've got
Yeah, yeah.
all this stuff here. So hello everyone. If you're just hopping in, I'm currently posting the stream link everywhere, and we're going to be streaming some Canadian Highlander. So Canadian Highlander is a singleton format, just like Commander, except you don't have a commander. There's no ban list. There's a points list. You can only play so many points in your deck, and that usually means you can't play, Ancestral Recall and Black Lotus in the same deck because there are too many points. Uh, One sec. So, for example, the points in my deck are Mana Drain, Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time, and Ancestral Recall. Damon, do you know the points in your deck?
Yeah, well, I'm just playing your list. So I've got Spell Seeker, Dig Through Time, Mystical Tutor. Then we also have Tainted Pact. What else do I have? I
Gifts
can't remember off the top.
Ungiven,
Yeah, Gifts to get an
Intuition.
Intuition. Yeah,
Yeah, all
those
those.
those are the main. Yeah, I've got a lot of separated points, whereas you have
I have a
your one big
big.
ancestral. Yes.
Yes, I'm on Ancestral,
So
which
kind
is
of
like
like
one of the high
the,
pointing
the
cards.
two ends of the format, I guess, right? Some of the decks that play a few pointed cards, but like, the one really pointed card like Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall. Um, Obviously, there's a lot of the small aggro decks that play a bunch of Moxes instead of other cards because a lot of the pointed cards are either blue or black
Yeah.
or like are combo pieces. So if you're playing like a aggro like red deck or green deck, you really don't have that many points to choose from anyway.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I think there's like been this joke for a while that there really aren't any red pointed cards, but now Price of Progress last year got pointed, and then Underworld Breach came out and that got pointed. So now actually red does
Mhm.
have quite a
Yeah,
few
yeah, it
pointed cards.
has. Yeah, it has some points. Obviously, it's nowhere near the other type of cards. Obviously, Price of Progress, very powerful card. Pretty much hates on every other mono red deck. It's one of the strongest like mono red cards in Legacy. It's just a straight overall powerful card. I understand why it got pointed and Underworld Breach. That's a no brainer.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
wouldn't be surprised if that got moved up a point even. But
Eventually, I
I don't know
think
the format.
there
Yeah.
seems to be a consensus amongst like the thought. I don't want to say thought leaders, but the people who like know what they're talking about, that
Mhm.
Unworld Breach is worse than Yamaswell, which is, I would say, it's the opposite case in CDH. I think most CDH players would say that that Underworld Breach is better than Yamaswell. I don't think that's like a very hot take.
No,
Um,
no, not at all. Definitely not.
so that's kind of interesting, I guess. But yeah, so
Yeah.
that is, I guess, so you're playing like a four color control gifts deck. I'm
Yes.
playing a blue green tempo deck that's trying to kind of like manipulate people's resources, play a bit of a tempo game, trying to lay down a threat, protect it, kill you with it. Um,
Yeah. From what I know from the deck, it's land an early threat, either a Delver's Secrets, a large Tarmogoyf, just something big, maybe a big Delve threat, something like that. Protect it with free counter magic, easy removal, disrupt your opponent, make it bigger, or just keep attacking. Get them like that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I think that's. We're gonna put that away for now, the chat, because I'm trying to get this correct. So, is this all working? I just want to make sure. Looks like the answer is yes if I do this.
Yeah.
All right. So, can you tell me if when I do this, what happens? Can you still see everything?
Yeah. Yeah, I can still see everything.
Okay, sweet. All right, yeah, that just allows me to change the live totals, which is going to be important as we
Awesome.
play the game.
Awesome. Yes, yes. I will make sure to vocalize um,
I will turn
as we
the
go
chat up.
along. Yeah. So I am not mainly a Highlander player. I am more of a CDH player. Uh, so I am definitely newer to this format as a whole. That's why I am like playing Braden's list as opposed to brewing my own, because I don't have enough experience to start brewing in this
To be
format.
fair, I also don't have enough experience to start brewing this format, and you're playing my deck, so you know.
Hey, I played against. I think I played against Ace. And he was on like some rug tempo deck, and I think I
Yeah,
went like 4-1 versus him. Um,
that's good.
so it's not definitely not a bad deck. I mean, if any deck that has Oracle console isn't going to be the worst deck in the world.
Yeah, that's true. All right,
It's easy.
I have finished shuffling. We should roll
Awesome.
odds or evens.
Yeah. Odds.
2. All right, I'll go first.
I will keep my first 7.
Oof.
Like
Oof.
got lands and
No
spells.
lands. This hand did not have lands and spells, unfortunately. It had a werebear though, which I was very excited about.
Ooh, yes. Love Bear.
I don't know about you guys, but whenever I buy shoes, they last me like 8 months, 10 months, maybe a year if I'm really lucky, or I own a couple pairs of shoes. But my shoes do not last 5 years. That's crazy to me. Someone on Twitter was saying,
5 years? Who
yeah,
has shoes that last 5 years?
I don't know. That seems ridiculous to me. That's
I
inhuman.
really don't think there's anyone who has a shoe that lasts. Except, okay, some people are obsessed with shoes. My girlfriend's brother is
But
the
then you're
kind of
wearing
guy who
multiple
like
kinds of shoes,
who
right?
like
You're
yeah.
you're not bragging about like, oh yeah, I've like.
No, yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm not trying to criticize this guy, but he was like, ah, yeah, I've been wearing the same shoes for this long, and I was like, that's insane.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah,
I wear the
well,
same shoes. I wear my shoes
it's
till they're dead.
because yes, exactly. You wear them, you brutalize them. You don't really care about them because you're just gonna get another pair eventually.
Exactly right. Yeah.
But there are people who protect their shoes and like guard their shoes with their lives because they're like $500 shoes. I mean, we do the same with our Magic cards, so we can't really blame them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
But
not saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying I was in
no
shock.
one wants to wear the same shoe for 5 years. They
Right.
really don't.
I'm gonna put this card on the bottom of my library.
Awesome.
I'm going to go to my turn.
You're good.
Yeah, 2 years seems possible. I'll play an island and I'll pass.
All right. Untap. Keep. I will draw for turn. Right. I will play a Bloodstained Mire, and I will pass the turn.
Sure, I'll draw. I'll play a island and I'll pass.
All right. In your instep, I will fetch. I'll go to 19.
Sure.
I will fetch the Zagoth Triumph Caps. Am I good to untap?
Yeah, you're good.
Awesome. So, Braden, playing this deck, how long have you been playing for? A few weeks or a few days?
Maybe a month. Oh,
Month?
Sorensen? Sorensen?
Yeah.
Oh, a couple weeks now, maybe a week.
So, what's your favorite part of the deck so far?
What's my favorite part of Sorensen? I think my favorite part of Sorensen is that sometimes you just one hit kill people. Like you'll like have a Vendilion click and you go like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make my Vendilion click a 9/1. Now I'm gonna give it double strike or Berserk. You're like,
oh my
you're
god,
dead.
Berserk is one of my favorite cards.
Berserk is one of the best.
I've always wanted.
If there was a card in this deck that should be pointed, because just based on the power level alone in this deck,
Berserk, yeah.
it would be Berserk. I mean,
I've seen people die to Legacy Infect because of Berserk all the time. Alright, I'll untap. I'll draw.
The spell seekers want to ask me a very important question. All right, what's this question? What do I need to know?
Let's see. I will play a Windswept Heath. I will fetch. I'm gonna shortcut a little. I'll go to 18 and I'll cast a Sylvan Caryatid.
Sure.
I will fetch for a Bayou and finish shuffling and this your turn.
I'll play a Brineborn Cutthroat.
Awesome. Is that the one where if you cast a spell gets a counter?
If I play a spell on your turn,
Awesome. Yeah, you're good to untap.
untap, draw. All right. I'll play a treetop village, and I'll pass. Actually, I won't pass. Yeah, I will pass. I will pass. Yeah.
Yeah, I got another 3. Awesome. Untap. Keep draw for turn.
Oh, so the way I deal with burnout from editing is never editing. I record almost all my stuff in OBS. I just spend a couple hours, I mean, sometimes it is hours, sometimes it's not. In OBS, just setting up all my like little screens and everything, and then I just, as I record the video, I just click through the screens that I've already pre-set up. The problem with that is it takes a long time to get used to doing because OBS doesn't like help you make mistakes. It'll punish you pretty badly.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, yeah, that's really it. I just use OBS, and then I just do like maybe spend an hour editing afterwards, just like cutting things around. But yeah, I do most of my work in OBS just because I'm a lazy piece of shit. So
No, you good. I'll play a Blood Chief Source targeting your front board cut through.
ooh, that's fine.
Awesome. Then I will pass the turn.
Tap, draw. I'll play a port.
Awesome.
I'll play a Mana Gorger Hydra.
Ooh. That is a good one. I do have a response.
Sure.
I will cast a Mystical Tutor.
Sure. Go ahead.
We will.
Yeah, so what I would do if I did something like that, right? I mean, and I'm not you, so you might have a higher standard of quality. What I do is in OBS, I'd set up each frame, like every like page I want to talk on, right? So like actually, if you guys don't mind me destroying the stream, I'd say so like I do this. Like I have points, evasion, beaters. Like this is how I do my deck texts. I just click through them, and then I just have a screen for my streams. So yeah, that's how I do it. And then like if I was doing my thing right now, I could be like, now the beaters I have in my deck look like this, and if we want to look at the cards that have evasion, we go like this. That's usually what I do. So I'm sure that was very jarring for everyone involved, but
We'll put
that's how I do it.
an K on top of my library.
Yeah, I get that's how you're doing it. I assume this is Kai. Could be someone else. But that's how I do it, so I don't get burnt out. So you're getting abrupt decay.
Yeah, on top.
That's quite strong.
Yes. Figured you probably have some kind of protection, so something uncounterable might be good.
Yeah, that's probably true. That makes me sad.
That's the hope. Alright, I'll put that on top.
Sure.
Right, anything else?
Go ahead.
Alright, untap. Drop.
Oh. You're Okami? I'm sorry. Okami. I should have known better.
Yeah.
Oh, that would make sense. Armix and Thrasius. Yeah, I'm a moron. An idiot. An imbecile.
Nah, Brayden, you're fine. I will cast an abrupt decay in the main.
I'll get a counter on my Hydra. And I will respond with a brainstorm.
Sure. Brainstorm results.
Yeah, that's sad but fine for me, dog.
Aw.
Yeah, this gets put away.
Alright. Abrupt decay resolves. I'll tap my Curative for a black.
Mm-hmm.
I'll cast Reanimate, targeting your Mana Gorger Hydra.
Ooh, that's quite strong. Yeah, you get it. Actually, I might respond to that.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a Gush.
Sure.
I think I need to just dig myself out of this hole.
No.
All right, yeah, you're good. You got a Mana Gorger Hydra.
Awesome. I am. All right. One mana. And then you're good to go. I'm at 15 after
Sure,
you're
thank you.
No problem.
Draw. Island. I will play Aquarian Dryad.
Some Trigger Manticore.
Sure. Go ahead.
And step, I will fetch my Wood for the Hills, go to 14.
How many cards in hand?
I've got 2.
Sure.
Right. I'll get a Breeding Pool tapped. Am I good to untap?
Yeah.
A lot of shuffling. What, like 4 fetch lands?
Yeah, I think it's the worst part of Canlander is the shuffling. And people used to say that about CDH, but it's different in Canlander because there's no dead air. There's no point.
Yeah, there's only one person.
There's only one other opponent to be shuffling during their turn. They usually just play a land and pass. So it's worse. I mean, there's Auslander or 7 Point, whatever you want to call it. That is a 60 card format that's like singleton with points.
Yeah.
I've looked into it. I think I'm a little too invested in Canlander right now.
Yeah, I think
if I found it maybe 2 weeks ago,
better. Yeah.
I think if I found it 2 weeks ago, I would have been more open-minded. But
yeah, but it's a little too late now.
Yeah.
All right, I'll untap and.
There are probably more human beings on Earth though playing 7 Point than there are Canlander.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole country of people playing like 7 Point. Like that's like their national format. It's like the
Korean Dryad is the 1/1 card.
Yep.
So I will attack 4-2.
For 4 or for 2?
Just for 2.
I'll take 2.
All right, I'll play a tapped Dark Slick Shores and I'll pass.
I'll cast an opt.
All right.
I
will trigger. So your Korean Dryad triggers put on the stack. Then no, sorry, this is my turn. So my Manticore Hydra trigger will resolve last.
Mine goes. Okay. Sure.
Well, because it's my turn.
Sure.
So this will be put on the stack first. I'll cast a Heartless Act.
Sure.
In response. Yeah.
That's fine. I don't think I have
Awesome.
a response for that. Yeah.
All right. So trigger Manticore, get another counter, and then get another one from the opt.
Yep. I have to resolve my opt.
Yes.
Put that to the bottom. Draw. All right. I guess sometimes you just die. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Play this island. I'm gonna tap out.
Yeah.
And play a Factor Fiction.
Resolves.
You get a counter though.
Yes. Thank you.
Hooting Mandrills. Careful Study. Island. Force of Negation. Windswept Heath.
How many cards do you have in hand?
I'm gonna concede.
Yeah. I don't think you.
Yeah, one of those had to be a removal spell that hit it. And
Yeah.
it wasn't. Yeah, eventually it would have come, but not in time.
No. Yeah, having to cast spells to get out of the Manticore Hydra just puts you even farther in it, unfortunately.
Yeah, right. And I had a high life total, so like I definitely had some breathing room, but that's just more time for you to draw cards, and your card quality is like very good. What was in your hand?
It was a consult.
Yeah, so you'd really just need one good rip off the top.
Yeah. Whether it's a Planeswalker or a draw spell or
Yeah, and like the Hooting Mandrills is just like so dead against you. The Careful Study. It's possible I was supposed to stick around for that, but I want time for exciting games.
Yes.
All right, I'll be on the play again.
Yeah.
No sideboards in Canlander.
Yeah.
No, if you want. Yeah. No, if you want to do like a 60 card stream sometime, that'd be down.
Yeah. So what is the change of points in that?
It's 7 points, And then
7 points.
it's completely differently pointed. Like Jace the Mind Sculptor is a point. Ancestral Recall is 4 points. Stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Lotus is 3 points, I think. Like, I think Ancestral and Time Walk are the 4-point
The
cards.
highest.
Yeah, which is odd. It's very interesting to me. But I mean,
Probably because like less variation, I guess. Higher
yeah.
code quality. I don't know why Lotus is 3 though. That's a little weird.
Yeah, I agree. It might be because so many other cards are pointed that break Lotus that it's hard to like consistently get Lotus out.
Okay.
I don't know.
That makes sense.
There are a lot of pointed cards though. Like I think there's probably more pointed cards in 7-point than there are in.
Well, it just depends. All you really need is Lotus and Yagwil, and you're pretty much set to do whatever else you want. So as long as you could play those two,
Yeah, what up, Ben?
probably fun. Got Ben in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to guess the Highlander is probably just more up to my speed, but I will say there is something appealing about a format that is like more popular. Like I think in the United States, Highlander is probably more popular just because of loading ready run, but internationally, 7-point is definitely the format of choice.
The only reason I know about this format is because of loading ready run.
Yeah. Well, it's because they just
popular.
happen to be from the same town as the people who made this format.
Yeah.
It's just a total coincidence. Which is interesting. But like if Loading Ready Run was based in Melbourne? I don't know how they say it there. They'd probably be playing 7-point.
I think it's Melbourne. Yeah. Yeah, Australia is really cool though. I have a few friends in Australia and they're all good time.
That's sick.
Yeah. I had this one because like obviously here in America we have the college system's a lot different, our high school and college system, but over in like Europe and Australia, like they have uni instead of good college, which is a little different. I think it's like only 3 years instead of 4, and it's it's like earlier, which is also pretty interesting.
Oh my god, no Lander with an Ancestral Recall. Almost worth risking.
Well, if you're on the draw, I would probably like if it's a good hand.
I'm on the play, so.
But yeah, I can't do that on the play.
Just imagine. Go.
Okay, looks like 6 cards. Okay, go. Oh man.
2 no Landers in a row on the play is rough.
You're not playing Manaless Dredge, Ben. You're not playing Manaless Dredge.
Go. Yeah. All right, second 7.
But yeah, I definitely enjoy this format.
I will keep this one. I will buy
I definitely miss playing a 1v1 format. Oh, excuse you.
Thank you. This is hard. I guess I'll bottom that. Am I good to go?
Yes, you are.
Land Delver, go.
I will draw. Alright, I have Snow Island, and I will pass the turn.
Look. Will not flip.
Never lucky.
Hit you for 1.
Never lucky. Yep, I'm at 19.
Go ahead.
Alright, and step, I will cast Thought Scour, targeting myself.
Sure.
Alright, I will mill a Entombed and a Sylvan Carrington.
Sure.
And I will draw. Alright, untap. Draw for turn. I will play a Polluted Delta.
Mm-hmm.
I will fetch.
Go to 18.
Yes. We'll get. We are getting an underground sea. Yeah.
Sure.
I'll shortcut. Just save time. I will cast a Baleful Strix.
I'm gonna spell snare that.
Sure.
My turn?
Yeah, that resolves, yeah. No.
I will reveal a Psionic Blast and flip my Delver.
What does that do?
It's Char, but blue. So it is 3 mana, deal 4 damage, deal 2 damage to me.
Gotcha.
I will go to combat.
Yep.
3 you.
I take 3.
I'll pass.
I will cast
3. You take 3?
Oh, sorry. I will cast a Drowned Lock.
I'll cast a Spell Pierce.
Yeah. I actually didn't say pass. I just said I was thinking, but I was going to pass. I just need to play a land.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh.
My bad.
Sure, you'll take 3 more
Yep, I'm at 12.
and pass. Sorry, I misheard you.
No, you're good. Now I think where do we want to a little advantage? I will play a Murkwater Pathway.
Mm-hmm.
I'll cast a Jace.
Sure.
All right, I will bounce the Delver back to your hand.
Sure.
And then I will pass.
Untap. Draw. I'll cast Preordain.
Results.
I'll draw.
Yep.
Misty Rainforest, crack it, go 19.
You got a fetch land.
I'll play a Delver and pass.
Oh, 1 second. Draw for the turn. I will 0 Jace, draw 3.
Sure. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Alright. We will put you and you back on top. With that, we will tap for a black, cast Unearth, targeting Baleful Strix.
Sure.
Alright. Just battlefield, draw. Am I good to draw?
Yep.
Alright. I will play a Scrubland as my land for turn. And I will cast a Jace Friends Prodigy.
Sure.
Alright, and then I will pass the turn.
I'll look at the top card. I'll reveal a negate. My Delver flips.
Yep.
Cast Serum Visions.
Results.
Island. I'll send 3 at you.
3 at me. I will block with the Baleful Strix.
Sure. I'll cast a werebear.
I'll hard cast a base.
Sure. Go ahead.
Draw. We. How many cards do you have in your hands?
4.
4 cards. Yeah, you will activate Jace.
I'm just gonna concede. I'm actually dead here. I know what the top card of my
Yeah.
library is.
Yeah.
I made one mistake this game. Is I think I could have stifled your Polluted Delta on turn 2.
Yeah.
I think that would have been better than spell snaring whatever your turn 2 play was.
Probably. I didn't have any count. Yeah, I would have been dead. I didn't have another land.
You hit a whole bunch of lands though.
I top decked most of them.
Yeah.
My opener was Island, Polluted Delta. My first draw was spell, and then my third draw was the Mystic Sanctuary.
Yeah,
I was kind of banking on this. Yeah, if you stifled my Delta, I would have been dead.
Yeah, I think I would have had like an extra combat. I would have had an extra turn to draw a land.
No, I would have been so out of the game because you had a Delver in play, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had black mana.
Yeah, and I also would have been able to just spell snare your removal spell because most of your removal spells are 2 mana.
Yes.
All right.
This is very true.
Let's start a new match. Odds or evens?
We will do evens this time.
All right. You win. You got 6.
All right, I will go first.
Yeah, I think I just like made that one mistake there, and I think that just lost me the rest of the game.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to wait, but like usually, if it looks like I'm cut on mana, just like
I just kind of like was like, yes, I'm gonna use this to stifle a fetch land, and then it never like I just didn't
Never
click when it
clicked.
happened. Yeah.
yeah. I'll make sure to go slower just so you can have those opportunities.
No, it's fine. I should have just said
Yeah.
something. I just kind of like didn't like. I was like when I kept the hand, I was like, all right, yeah, this card stifles a fetch land, and then when that came to happen, I was like, I'll just spell snare as 2-drop, but it's not really.
Yeah. And you also didn't hit your like second land drop for a few turns.
Which is fine. My whole hand was 1-drops.
No, yeah, for sure.
It was kind of brutal hitting I not flipping that Delver on the first turn though. That was I hit like a werebear, just like not at all what I wanted to see.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wanted to see any cheap, efficient, disruptive spell.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, my whole hand already was, but another one.
Yeah. I mean, you're playing probably upwards of like 30, 40,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not that many, but like you're playing a decent amount of.
It's a lot.
Yes.
All right, first 7. All right, people in the chat, what did you think of those first few matches? Were you impressed? Not impressed? I wasn't very impressed. I was not happy.
When are you happy, Brady?
Never. I'll keep this in.
All right. So start off. I've got an Underground Sea and a Ponder.
Sure.
Okay, let's get the top 3.
Hopefully, all you are enjoying the show. We've had a few people in and out.
Sure, they are. What's not so love?
Not the best not the best showing so far, but
yeah. Well, Sorensen, I mean, it has its games, but it definitely you'll have your moment today. I'm sure you will.
I'm not sure I was supposed to keep this hand. To be fair,
maybe not. you gotta hold me to my word, man. You gotta win this game. I'll keep them on top.
Okay.
And I will draw and say go.
Draw. I'll play a tropical island and pass.
Untap. You will draw. We will play Verdant Catacombs. And I will say go.
Island. Green Wheel Liberator, just a 2/1. And I'll
Does
pass.
it have any other attacks?
No, it's just a 2/1.
Gotcha.
I'll pass.
Alright, I will fetch.
If you put it back in my hand, it will have more text. But as a 2/1, it's just a 2/1.
Gotcha. I'll fetch.
Sure.
I'll go to 19. And I will get the Zagoth Triumph again. The good thing about your deck is you get to play a lot of really cool creatures. Like the creature. You're playing the new one, right?
Yeah, the Dragon's
card. Yeah, that card is hot.
The card is hot. It's very good.
What's its activated ability again?
Double the counters.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's quite good.
You
can just go to combat with that and be like, if I have a trample spell, you're dead. You're just.
Oh yeah.
Like.
Oh yeah. And late game, it just can beat out any creature pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing about your deck is it can get really big. Like all your creatures can get really big and really fast, and you get to play at instant speed, which is always very fun.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just playing dudes and attacking though.
Yeah.
And then lose to like a value engine.
Hey, sometimes it just happens, right? You can't really do much.
It never just happens. It's usually you're usually just dead. You're like, oh yeah, that's how I died.
I'll draw. I will play a River of Tears as my land for turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'll cast a Liliana of the Last Hope.
That's literally the card I wanted to see the least. That sucks, dude.
Yeah. I'll uptake and pass.
Sure. Draw.
I kept this hand.
Opt.
Yeah, you're good. I kept this hand because it had lands and a Liliana on turn 3.
We're gonna bottom that.
Bottom.
Draw. You know, we could have seen you quite a while ago. I'll play this Treetop Village and pass.
Yeah. That one's not too shabby. We'll draw. We will uptick Liliana, no target. We will play an untapped breeding tool. We'll go to 18. What do we want to do? I think we are just going to pass the turn. So
Draw. We're gonna play Prismatic Vista and crack it.
Yep.
What are you at, life total wise?
I am at
19?
17.
17? Okay.
Yeah, I shocked him with you.
I'm gonna go to combat. I'm getting a basic forest, and I'm going to activate my green Treetop Village.
I will cast a Heartless Act on your treetop during combat.
One sec.
You are good.
I just want my forest to be on the battlefield when I go into mourning.
Yes.
All right, let me look at my hand. Yeah, that's fine. And I'll pass turn.
Alright, I will untap.
Actually, I'm gonna do something.
No, you're good.
I'm gonna float the mana, and no, I can't do that. You're good.
Draw. You will uptick Liliana.
Sure. Is it a -7 or -8?
It's a -7.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, it comes fast. We'll shock in a Hollow Fountain, so I'll be at 15.
What am I doing wrong here? That's just letting you get away with everything. It's so brutal. You've just gotten to do everything every game.
Yeah, I am not sure. It could be the types of hands you're keeping. I mean, my deck.
This hand was just threat.
Yeah, I'll cast a Spell Seeker.
Sure.
Alright. We will get. I think now I just need to protect my Liliana. Just try to emblem best as we can. So we will get a few options. I could get something for hand disruption, or I could get another counter spell or a removal spell. I definitely have a lot of options. I think what we are going to do is just get a good removal spell. I mean, Abrupt Decay is like really good for your deck.
I'll just concede to that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm supposed to. I have a Mana Gorger Hydra that can theoretically beat you, but I can't even play it against you because you have the
No, yeah, I just untap. You have to cast another spell, and then I have an Abrupt Decay in my
Well, then you
hands.
just have a Liliana ult. I can't beat
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
That's brutal. I had one.
Well,
Good, I had one live top deck, but it wasn't on top of my deck. I guess I had Blossoming Defense,
Ooh,
which could have
that's
beat
pretty
Abrupt
good.
Decay, but it wasn't on top of my library.
Yeah, well, what you would have had to done is cast Mana Gorger, and then cast another spell, and then pass turn and cast a Blossoming
Yeah.
Defense. So you can get a 2/2 so Liliana doesn't kill it, and then if I try to Abrupt Decay it, you just Blossoming Defense, it gets another counter, untaps. It would only have one power.
I mean, I didn't have enough mana to even do that. You would have had to
No,
cast a
yeah,
spell
yeah.
to feed the Gorger, and then like mistakenly thinking you could just Abrupt Decay it. And then,
Yeah.
Like you would have had to misplay too. It's just that game. I think I just wasn't supposed to keep that hand. Although, yeah, maybe without a fetch land.
What was your hand?
It was like 3 lands and just like Aquarian Dryad, a Berserk, and a Mana Gorger Hydra, and that Liberator. So it was 2 lands, or it might have been 3 lands. So it was just like threat. But the Liliana just answered all of my threats because it just kills them because they're all X1s.
Yeah.
Although the Aquarian Dryad was actually pretty bad just because I didn't have any blue spells in my hand. Which is probably which should have been like the signal, I guess, to throw it away, but the Hydra's so good.
Oh, that card is busted.
But the problem is you have so much removal, I can't really like keep a hand to be like, yes, any of these threats I deploy are going to stick. Because they're not.
So was this the first deck you brewed once
Yeah.
you started playing? So I mean, you did a pretty decent job. Like I've I've definitely beat a decent amount of like people with this deck. So like definitely not bad at all. And I like how it kind of bridges between, CDH and this kind of format.
Yeah.
Same kind of style, but different application. You get to play Jace the Mind Sculptor and
Yeah.
Teferi Time Raveler. If you had any one card in your deck, what would be your favorite card to play?
In what deck?
And the Sorensen deck.
Ancestral Recall.
I know we talked about Berserk, but
Ancestral
yeah.
Recall. I mean
That's fair.
that card's nuts.
Yeah.
It's like one of the few cards
that's
in the deck that can dig you out of a losing game.
That is true.
Because like when Sorensen, once you start losing, you're dead. Like you really don't have any way of pulling back.
That's fair.
There's no life gain. There's Jace and Oko. That's really it.
Yeah.
Like,
So I know, a lot of decks that play Recall have a lot of recursion. Obviously, you have like Snapcaster Mage, but
and I have Mystic
your deck-
Sanctuary, and I have a couple cards that bounce lands to my hand, like Daze and Deprive.
ooh,
So
oh
you
my
can-
god, Deprive is such a good card.
You can
That
deprive
card-
your Mystic Sanctuary to recast your
Oh
Ancestral,
yeah.
which I have done. Like it's come up.
Is Days say Basic Island,
Nope.
or does it just say Island? So you can do it with Days as well.
Yep.
Nice.
I've done that. Like I've dazed something that like I didn't really care about, just to like reset my Ancestral.
Yeah, it's like you didn't even counter it, but you just got your Ancestral back.
Yeah.
Or might have countered it, but you still get your Ancestral.
I'll keep this one.
This hand's a little too slow, unfortunately.
I'm on the play again.
Yeah. Those kind of interactions also make, like, why the deck is so awesome, because you cast Ancestral, oh, one of these cards is a Mystic Sanctuary. Guess what that means? Another
Or a
another
fetch land. I
Ancestral.
mean, it literally just has to be a fetch land.
Yeah, exactly.
Any blue fetch land.
That's why the deck. Yeah. That's why the cards are so powerful in that deck.
Yeah, it's insane. It's an insane magic card.
Yeah, especially like, and even in red decks, if you're playing red blue, I mean, to just splash it back with the Dreadhorde Arcanist. I mean, almost every blue deck that plays spells is playing Snapcaster Mage, so you can also do it off that. There's just so many ways to recast it. So draw, 6 for 2 mana, pretty much every game you have it in. And Mystic Sanctuary, you can just keep recasting it if you have the right cards. Yeah, there's no way anyone can really stop you at that point. Sure, I'll keep this. I do have to bottom a card though. We will bottom this card. Yep. Alright, we're good to go.
Island Delver, go.
Thinks my hand might be a little slow. I will play a Hollow Fountain and pass.
Upkeep, trigger. I will not reveal the card. Hit you for 1.
Yep, I got a 19.
I will play...
I was rooting for you, Brady.
Preordain?
Yep.
Brutal.
Double no spell?
No, it's just brutal.
Yeah.
Like, I have to draw a bad card to flip my Delver. I mean, that card's not really...
Is it worth it?
It's not really a bad card. Alright, I'll draw this card. You can go.
Alright. So you topped?
Yep.
Cool. Alright, you play a Tundra and pass the turn.
Reveal an Ancestral Recall. I'll hit you for 3.
Yep. I take 3.
I'll cast Opt.
Cast Opt. How many cards do you have in hand?
6.
6 cards in hand. Yeah, Opt's fine.
And you took 3. I need to get that down.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, this is not Ancestral. Bottom. Draw. Land for turn.
Yep.
And I'll pass.
Alright, you'll untap. Draw. We will play a Snow-Covered Island and cast it to Fairy Time Raveler.
I'll cast Ancestral Recall targeting me.
Resolves.
Alright, that's fine.
Alright, I'll minusing Gauntry Delver back to your hand.
Sure.
Alright, I will draw a card. And I will pass the turn.
Untap. Draw.
Yep.
I'll play a Rishan Import. I'll go to discard. Is that good?
Yep.
I'll discard a island, and I'll pass.
Anything?
Actually, I have effects. Your Teferi says I can't cast spells at instant speed. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. Makes sense. You would have to cast something.
I'll cast a Hull Breacher.
Hull Breacher?
Yeah.
Sure.
I still have to discard the hand size.
Yeah.
I'll discard this island and pass.
Yeah. Alright, I'll draw.
I almost cheated anyway.
I will uptick to Fairy.
Hmm.
Yeah, my hand's not that good. I will just be passing.
Hull Breacher at the Teferi.
Unfortunately, yeah, you got it.
Interesting. Very interesting. I'll play a Windswept Heath.
Yep.
I'll play a Delver.
I'll cast counter spell.
That's fine with me.
Sure.
Crack this Windswept Heath.
Yeah. So,
All right, this feels like a game I'm playing Magic in. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I have like a part in this game. I mean, Ancestral Recall obviously is just absolutely nuts.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you tapping out for that fairy was very greedy. I was like,
Well,
oh.
it was not greedy if you saw my hand.
I still draw 3
Right.
cards. Like, that's pretty nuts.
Yeah. My hand just was that bad I had to deal with the Delver.
uh, Go ahead.
Draw. Alright. Pass the turn.
End step. I'm gonna tap
Yep.
down one of your. I'm gonna tap down your Tundra.
Sure.
Not even floating it for mana. Wow, the greed.
Greedy players.
Wow. Play Ancestral Recall. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, Scalding Tarn. I was reading my Scalding Tarn and thinking, wow, this is just an Ancestral Recall.
Yes.
I'll attack you for 3.
Yeah, you got it. 13.
Go ahead.
Untap. Any effects in my upkeep?
I'm gonna crack the Scalding Tarn.
Sure.
Go to 18. I'm gonna put Ancestral Recall back on top of my library.
Yeah. Any port effects, or am I good to draw?
No, you're good. I just wanted to do that.
Yeah, no worries. Alright, go to discard.
Jesus. I might have effects before that.
Yeah.
I will port one of your lands.
I'll just, yeah, do the Tundra.
And I'll play a Vendilion Click.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to do something next turn, so I'll cast the Mana Drain.
Sure.
Don't
Anything
have
else?
to discard anymore. Nope, you're good to go.
Untap, draw.
Oh, I'm at 13, I believe.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No,
Hit you for 3.
Yeah, now I'm at 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna recall myself.
Yeah, results.
Play an island.
Yeah.
Go.
Untap.
Upkeep. I'm gonna port one of your white sources.
Draw. Get 3 colorless mana. I will go to combat, let that mana fizzle,
Oh no.
and I'll pass. I have to go to
Jeez.
discard.
Sure.
I'll discard an unearth
Sure.
and pass.
Untap. Draw. Delta. 3.
Yep, I am at 7.
I'll play a Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Resolves.
I'll look at the top card of your library. Don't
I'm
look
just gonna
at
close my eyes. Yeah.
it.
Can you see it?
Yeah, we're gonna put that at the bottom.
Bottom. Oh, I'm gonna look at that after the game. It's probably a land.
Go ahead.
Yeah, untap. Upkeep any effects.
It wasn't a land. Might have been wrong.
No.
It was a card that said draw a card on it, so I thought it's like the same thing, you know.
Well, you have a whole breacher in play.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess
Any
it doesn't literally say draw a card on it, but it does in fact say draw a card on it. So the card does not say like it's on a cantrip. It was a card that effectively became a cantrip. So I kind of didn't think that far ahead.
No worries. Any effects in my upkeep?
You're good.
All right. So. Haha. You got a Sunken Ruins.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I'm dead.
We will tap for black.
Mm-hmm.
We'll cast the Thoughtseize. 1 black floating. Targeting you.
I should denote that my Jace is at 5. God. Yeah, I got a Mutagenic Growth, a Remand, a Ponder, a Snakeskin Veil, an Oko, and a Treasure Cruise.
Ooh. And Treasure Cruise. I think I just take the Remand.
Sure.
Since spell I can't beat right now, yeah. We will then we'll tap. Yeah, this isn't really much. We'll tap for.
Are you at 10 right now or 7?
I'm at 7. Yeah. I'll tap for 2, a black and 1. I'll cast Heartless Act targeting Vulture.
I'll cast Snakeskin Veil.
Yeah.
Any other effects?
No.
Okay. Untap. Yeah. Untap. Upkeep.
Yep.
Draw. I'll cast a Treasure Cruise.
Resolves.
I'm gonna actually do this a little differently. I'm gonna crack my fetch first.
Yeah.
And I'll tap that one. That way I can exile the fetch land.
Yep. Checks out.
Alright, so this is what my deck is supposed to do. Be a tempo deck that really unfairly abuses Ancestral Recall when it draws it X percent.
I assume you're put. Oh wait, no, never mind. You already used this signature.
Alright. Yeah. Polluted Delta, Vendilion Click, Scalding Tarn, Windswept Heath, Delver, Island, Opt. That should be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's 7. I will draw 3 cards.
Yep. Ancestral Recall number 3.
Yeah, how many of these do I need to cast before I win the game? That's a real question.
Seems about 3 is a good number.
4 at you.
I take 4. I'm at 3.
Sure, I'll look at the top card of your library.
All right. Tell me if it's a good one.
You can put that right on the bottom.
Bottom.
Go ahead.
Right. So we will draw for turn. Right. We will play a Wooded Foothills. We will fetch. I'll go to. So that puts me at 3. So is that 3? So it puts me at 2.
Yep.
We will get a bind. We will tap for 2. and cast a Tainted Pact.
Sure.
All right. Pluto Delta, Underground Sea, Spell Snare, Ponder, Deathrite Shaman, Thassa's Oracle. We'll stop there.
Sure.
We will add. We'll add blue black. So we have a black in my pool. Tap for another blue, cast Thassa's Oracle.
Sure.
Trigger on the stack. I'll cast Demonic Consultation.
How many cards in hand?
I have 3 cards.
I'm gonna cast Mental Note, targeting myself. Or it doesn't target.
So, yeah. Use multi.
Werebear, Flooded Strand, draw.
Bryn, you better not let me win this game.
I have a counter spell.
Good.
I'm just not sure what the correct one to use is here. I'll memory lapse it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it that way. Back on top.
Yep. Look at the top view.
Sure. I'm just gonna bounce your Thoughts Oracle and then hit you for 4.
I know, yeah. Yeah, I have nothing.
Okay.
You got it.
Sorry, I had a Mystic Confluence in my hand, and I just wanted to see if I could draw into 2 counter spells.
Yeah. I
I
had
was
nothing.
Then I was like, is it better just to Mystic? Like, is it better to let you re-roll it? And I was like, yeah, I think so, just so I can just bounce and.
Yeah.
Like, worst case scenario, I bounce it, you cast like a protection spell or something like that I don't even know exists, and then, or like a misdirect or something, like a misdirect,
Yeah.
and then you fucking I don't know. I just wanted to play against that correctly.
yeah.
I wasn't trying to like slow roll you or anything.
No, you're good. You're good.
It was free information, like the mental note.
Yes.
Because either way, that mana wasn't being used on anything.
Yeah, it's always good to play safe, like when you have insurance as like already having spell, like, you know, just having a more efficient way of doing something.
Yeah, the cards I put at the bottom were Dig Through Time and Reanimate. And the Reanimate was the one that I said drew a card because you could reanimate my Vendilion Click, and then you had a blocker for my Hull Breacher, so it was like I felt like that was just because you just click yourself was
yeah. So my hand, like throughout the game, was just I had a Tasker sitting in my hand for like turns, but obviously no black card. I had Tainted Pact and Consult in my hand as well, but you know I was on Hollowed Fountain, Tundra Island. That doesn't exactly get you to to black spells.
That's true. Yeah.
But that was a good example of how your deck works.
Yeah. I mean, if I draw several copies of Ancestral Recall, yes.
Yeah,
I
mean, yeah, there's no way I could win that game after the
3
third
copies
call.
is too many.
Yeah.
It's just too many. All right, you're on the play this time?
Yes.
Although, to be fair, like, one of the reasons I like Ancestral Recall in this deck is it is just, like, it digs you so deep and you get so far ahead so quickly. We play so many islands, it's really not a problem to cast it a second time. It's quite easy.
Well, it's a base, like, I mean, it is a blue-green deck, but, I mean, it has a very heavy blue focus, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, we're on 11 islands, so, like, a third of our mana base is just basic islands, and then we play all the blue fetchables, so it's, like, pretty easy.
Yeah.
And even then, even if I, only get Treasure Cruise instead of Recall, I mean, it is nice to just have, like, 2 or 3 copies of that effect in the deck.
I completely agree. All right, this first hand had a very similar issue to the last hand. Didn't have black mana.
I see.
It's hard to cast Liliana with the last hope if you don't have black mana.
Yeah, that card's so good though.
Oh my god, yes. Well, I mean, it just won me that one game versus you. And especially if you go, like, Dork into it on turn 2, and it resolves.
The crazy thing is like if I just drew a fetch that game on if any of my lands were fetches, that would have been a 4/3, and then it's like that Liliana's just dead. Like it doesn't do anything.
For sure, for sure.
And then that gives me time to play my George, and then with like a spell backup, so I can actually protect it from Liliana.
Yeah.
But I just didn't. I shouldn't have kept the hand because of that. And it just didn't. It couldn't do all those things the deck's supposed to be able to do.
No. Unfortunate. I think this is a keep. Yeah.
This will be my last game. This is our third game in our second match.
Yeah. Yeah, no
For
worries.
those watching at home.
I've had a great time.
Sweet.
Some great games so far.
Sweet.
I think that was what I bought in. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Good hand.
Nope, going to 5.
Ah.
Just
His
like
hand
all 3
isn't-
drops and 1 landers.
Ooh, gross. I am also keeping a one lander, but it's not like the worst one lander, so
Is it a 6 or 7?
it's a 6. So
Yeah, like a 1 lander in that deck with like an op or
Dork or
something, or a
cantrips,
ponder. Like you're not always gonna have the best one, but
oh yeah, I thought this was really cool. I pulled the like signed art card from the. I got a set booster. There's like a signed like because they have the like art cards in every pack like they did in Modern Horizons.
yeah, I'll keep this one. You're good to go.
Awesome. All right. I will not draw. I will play a Flooded Strand. I will fetch for an Underground Sea and cast a Serum Visions.
Sure. That one's quite good.
Right.
Digs you 3 or 4 cards.
Oh yeah. Because if I don't hit my land in the first 3, I can just bottom and hope to dear God that it's the 4th card.
Highlander. So Colton, like, what do you mean? Like, I found Highlander actually pretty affordable outside of the power. Like, a lot of the staples
Power
are
and
really cheap.
RL. Yeah.
But like,
Well, this
most of the reserve list stuff is like just CDH cards, you know,
for sure.
like Underground Sea. Like, you need that for CDH and Highlander. There's like
Yeah, those
Jace.
can get a little
Jace
pricey.
is a little expensive.
Jace,
Ren-
I mean,
Ren
it's gotten
6?
more affordable because of the reprints it's gotten. Alright, I'll draw, and then look at the top. Oh. I will top and bottom one, and then you're good to go.
All right, I'm gonna pay 2 life and look at your hand.
Alright, so first off we have a Searcher's Quanta. That's the black card. We have a Snapcaster Mage, Uro, an Unearth, and a Tassiger.
Sure. Play an island. Cast a Thought Scour. Targeting
Yep.
me. Milled a
Yep.
Recall. Milled an island.
Oof.
Draw a card. And I'll pass turn.
Alright, I will draw. We'll play this Breeding Pool untapped.
Colton, what are you playing in Highlander? I'm also curious to hear what you're getting. into.
Cast a Search for Quanta.
Sure.
And pass.
Draw. I'll play a Chart Course. Draw 2 cards.
Oh, I love Charter Course. I played Blue-Red Drake's deck in Standard.
Blossom Coins.
I got to play Enigma Drake, Crackling Drake, and Niv Mizzet.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of the deck was just cast a bunch of cantrips, use the card Dive Down. I think you might play that card in your deck.
I played I played that deck for a while.
And then at some point, your bomb against control was just casting Niv Mizzet. Because
Yeah,
you
I played
untap
that.
it every time you cast Chart of Course, Ops, whatever the draw spells, you just keep getting more cards, and if you attack with it, your opponent's just dead.
What's in
Very,
your
very
hand
good
again
deck.
that I know about?
I have a Tassiker, an Unearth, an Uro, and a Snapcaster Mage.
All right, I'll pass turn.
Awesome. Untap, trigger search.
Yeah, just so you know, Colton, if you see a list on my Mox field, there's like a 50-50 shot whether or not I made it. I tried to leave a description
Yeah.
in the primer if I didn't make it, but I don't think I made that Storm list. I think that's a Loman deck. Loman's this guy who used to like make a whole bunch of Highlander decks for people, and then he just kind of left the
Yeah.
format. So
I'll mill Liliana Velasquez.
Sure.
Right. We will. Fortunately, we'll cycle the Unearth
sure.
and draw another card. Oof. I will pass the turn.
We're fighting for land drops.
I know. I'm not getting them. I've had a bunch of looks this turn. But
Play an island, not an island, a
Damn.
tropical island.
damn you.
I'll play a
Yes.
Dragon's Guard Elite. And what removal spells do you have in your hand that I know about?
None.
That's great. I'll cast a Treasure Cruise
Ooh.
while you're tapped out
Yep. Counter and
and draw 3.
yes.
You hate to
Yep.
exile your Ancestral Recall, but sometimes it just has to be done.
Yeah. Can't
pass
do
turn.
anything about that. Untap. Trigger search. You melt opposition agent and draw a card.
Yeah, those Paradox Academy decks look insane, dude. They look so fun.
We'll cast a
Tassiger.
Tassiger. Yeah, well, unfortunately. Child.
Delve cards might be
Those-
good. Have we considered that?
Yeah, I'll pass.
Are you at 19 or 20? Or
I
17?
am at 17.
17 because the Shockland. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Untap. Draw. Hell yeah.
Oof.
We got 6 people. Let's go.
Awesome.
6 people checking out some Canlander.
Yes. For our last game tonight.
Yeah. I'll
Very
play
fun.
this Scalding Tarn. What do I know about your hand again? Sorry, I'm
Uro and a Snapcaster Mage. No worries.
yeah.
So I'm trying to keep it open. Just
I appreciate
easy.
it. It's harder with the
Yeah.
stream and the webcam.
Oh yeah.
I'll
No
crack
worries.
this. 17.
Yeah, go for it.
Get an island. Don't want to put that Treasure Cruise on top quite yet.
Nah. You need a few more cards in the bend before it's good enough.
I will pay 4 life and dismember your Tassiger.
Oof.
Put a counter on my Dragon's Guard.
Yeah. Fortunately, that does resolve.
I will attack you for 4.
Yeah, I take 4. I go to 13.
I will pass the turn.
Untap, trigger search.
Mhm.
You'll mill a Scavenging Ooze and draw.
Yeah, Colton. Those cards are really sweet that you can play them in this format.
I'll pay 2 life for this Hall of Fountain, so I'm at 11.
11. How'd you get down to 11?
You attacked me
Oh,
for 4,
yeah, thank you.
and
Yeah.
then I shocked twice, and I have a fetch line as well.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just bad at keeping
No,
track of
you're
life
good.
totals.
You're good.
Probably help if I do this instead or
Yeah,
something.
we will cast Spell Seeker.
That is fine.
Alright. We'll get an Abrupt Decay and pass the turn.
Sure. Untap, upkeep, draw. Wood of Foothills. I will crack my Wood of Foothills, go to 13.
Yep.
I played 3 Fetchable Force in this whole deck. Isn't that crazy?
And you have what are your green only fetch lands? Windswept, Wooded Foothills, and
Verdant Catacombs.
yeah.
All right. I will play a greedy as hell spell. Not really. It's not that greedy. I'll play a Mana Gorger Hydra.
Yep.
I'll attack you for 4.
I will block.
Sure.
My spell seeker.
I'll pass turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Trigger search. We will bend a brainstorm.
Ooh.
Really needs. Yeah, I'm just trying to get that land drop very badly. We did not. So we will deal with the bigger one and cast an Abrupt Decay, targeting the dragon's guardian.
Sure. I'll get a counter on my Mana Gorger.
Yes, unfortunately.
My Georgia.
And I will pass. Yes. George.
I'm gonna Brazen Borrower your Search for Escanto. Put a counter on my George.
Yeah, I'll spell Snare.
That's.
You get 2
I got
more.
tap for that.
2 more
Get another
George counters.
Okay. All right. Untap.
Yes.
Draw. 4 at you. You go to 7.
I will take 4, yes.
And I will pass the turn.
So I have a search trigger on the stack. I do have 6 cards. Would you like to respond?
You're fine.
Cool. I will mill a Sylvan Library trigger flip search.
Sure.
And I will draw.
Have you checked out any other decks, Colton, besides like the Stormy decks? Like, have you tried any of the more fair archetypes like Death and Taxes or I don't know, like Sorensen?
All right. I will pass.
Sure. Untap. Draw. Combat? Just one moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Go to damage.
1 moment. Sorry, I had to do something real
You're
quick.
good. You're good.
So attacking you for 4.
Yes.
Good. 4 damage. I'm going to cast a Berserk. Targeting George. Trigger.
I would like to respond. I'll cast a Snapcaster Mage trigger. Forge.
Sure.
Alright, trigger target Abrupt Decay.
I'll cycle Nimble Obstructionist.
Yeah,
Draw
that
card.
does work.
Counter on Berserk. It's a 6/6.
Yep.
12 at you.
I take 12.
Alright.
GG's.
Sometimes you just have to get really lucky.
Yeah, sometimes.
Although, to be fair, we did play that game where I was on 1 land for like...
No, yeah. We both had our games
Long
where
time.
we didn't make land drops.
Alright, I feel good. You got 2 on me that were really, really snappy ones. I had one that was a pretty snappy one, and then that one was, I guess, kind of snappy too.
Yes, you got to cast Berserk. I liked it. I was happy with it.
I'm happy I got to play Dragon's Card Elite. That card's sick.
It is very sick. And you're about to double all the counters if I didn't deal with it.
Yes, that's true. Would have been like an 8/8 or something crazy like that.
Oh yes. Also, I think your Gorge was a 6/6. That's very fun.
George is huge.
Yes.
He's big, quick. Yeah, when you were like, "Do you want to stifle the trigger?" I was like, "No." I know exactly what that's going to be used for.
Hey, I tried to bait you out somehow.
Yeah, I know. All right. Thanks everyone who came out and watched the stream. I got a lot of stuff I got to do for tomorrow. Thank thank you, Damon, for hanging out and
Of course,
being
always.
a
Good
great
time.
guest. Hopefully, people enjoyed the Highlander stream. If you have any questions, leave your comments on the VOD and I'll get to them. Or just leave them on my Moxfield or in the Discord. We can leave some links in for that. So thanks again and have a good one. See you guys. Bye. All right.